Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. Okay. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Hi. Hope you're doing wonderful, feeling great. Okay. High vibing, expecting great things. Okay. Anything that is bothering you, may you overcome it. May you rise above it. Okay. Take these readings and utilize them for your highest good. Okay, we have enough negativity and negative energy going on a daily in the world. Okay. All right, so it's better for us to focus on the positive things. We already know about the hoopla. We already know about the toxicity that's going on a daily, and life is enough by itself. So, we don't need to worry about nothing else. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. And as I'm speaking about love and high vibration, spirit is so good, God is so good, and I love what I do. And, energy is real, energy is real. And I was just speaking on vibing high, expecting great things, and the first card I have for collective, it says, I surge on the uprising wave of love. And I was just speaking about love, for you to focus on love, positive things, because we are already aware that there are a lot of negative things taking place on a daily, worldwide. Okay. Everyone's life is different. Okay. We're already aware of that. And so we need to focus on the love, the good things. There's very small talk. There's rare conversations about the positive things that are happening in life, about the many great things that we need to be grateful and thankful for, starting with the breath that we breathe, the air that we breathe, having clean air, having food, having clothing, having a home, having shelter, having the ability to walk, talk, speak, being able to smile. Yes, being able to smile is a blessing and a gift in itself, because laughter is good for the heart and good for the soul. And so we already know about the darkness, but there's very seldom and very little conversation about prosperity, about the good things, the happy things that are happening in the world. We already know there are good people, and yes, they say that there are bad people, but let's talk about the good people, the good things that are happening for you, inside you, and around you. So Spirit is clearly conveying for you to focus on the love. We all have something to be grateful and thankful for. You know why? Because each and every day that you open your eyes is starting with spirit. It's starting with the breath. The breath is spirit, your energy. So that's something to be grateful and to be thankful for. You can open your eyes and, thank you, God, for this day, or whatever your belief system is, thank you, Yahweh, Elohim, whatever you believe in, all are welcome on this channel. But it's time to put our attention and focus on other things, and as I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself as well. We spend a lot of time, we all have, no one is exempt from focusing. We take our attention, even myself sometimes, and focus on things that we know we should just really ignore, Yes, it's there, we see it, but we should really ignore it, because it would do us no good to give it so much of our currency, which is time. And the next card I have here, it says the lover and the beloved. The lover and the beloved. And so this energy here, I'm thinking of your energy, collective. I'm thinking of you being someone very loving, very passionate. I'm also picking up on energy of someone who's probably lost a loved one. This could be an ancestor. This could be someone who's lost a spouse, whether it's your baby mother, your baby father, your husband, your wife, or someone you once dated. But as I see the two embracing each other, I'm picking up on someone who has lost a spouse. Condolences to you, if so. Okay. And so the lover and the beloved. Okay. And so I'm also picking up while we're talking about this love energy, and love is in the air, is that, possibly, your passed on loved one, if you are a widow or a widower, however you refer to yourself, that your deceased or your passed on spouse is trying to communicate with you, possibly through your dream state. Okay, maybe you hear voices, or you're getting some kind of inkling to do and make certain moves through the day. That's your intuition. They are your ancestor as well, even if it is a husband or wife who's passed away, a baby mother, a baby father, maybe someone you were dating, and you were beginning to fall in love with them, but they have passed on. They're on the other side. If you see, I hope you can see that. But here, collective, these are figurements. These are shadow figurements of different people here. And so this represents you, your energy, and this represents the passed on loved one, or someone who had a lot of love and admiration for you. And maybe, things didn't go as perfect when you were together and they were here in the 3D, but they are in this message trying to convey to you that they still have love and admiration for you. And they also have respect for you as well. And they are with you and watching over you. Oh, wow. How beautiful. And so you could be having dreams about this person. You could be having dreams about them, or they could be trying to communicate with you through your dream state. Maybe you're someone who don't understand the vivid dreams that you have. Maybe you wake up and you say, that's weird. So-and-so popped up in my dream. I wonder, what does that mean? And so it's a good idea, as we always inform, to keep a dream journal, or write down your vivid dreams, or write down those bits and pieces, and take time to reflect on them, as well as be aware of the signs and synchronicities that are around you when you are in the awakened state. And you'll be amazed at how easily you'll be able to keep and put the puzzles together. Okay. All right. As I'm touching that turtle there. Okay. All right. And so there's no pressure with learning how to communicate. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. And I'm touching this turtle here, and I'm picking up on another message here. Okay. And so Spirit is saying there's no pressure. Take your time and be easy on yourself. Maybe you are just coming into the knowing that you are an empath, or that you have intuitive gifts. And yes, and it's okay. Your spirit guides are saying it's okay. Slow and easy, slow and easy. You do not have to rush and be in any kind of competition with wanting to know so much at one time. It takes time to learn, and it also takes you going through a practical experience, regarding each and everything you learn when it comes to self-awareness, and when it comes to spirituality, and also when it comes to learning and knowing when you are connecting with your ancestors and your spirit guides. But this right here, this is an expression of a lot of love and passion that your passed on loved one is trying to send to you. They're trying to let you know that they still love you, and they care about you, and they support you, and they are doing works on their end in whatever realm or dimension they are in at this time. Okay, we know that, there is no death. Life continues on. It is a journey. Yes, it is, regardless of what you were taught. Let the unlearning begin. Have an empty cup when you're on this channel and you want to see what's up. But this is an expression of love and trying to embrace you, to let you know, hey, I am here. I am here. And also, I just noticed that you see her head is turned here in this figurement, and the shadow behind her is holding her. And, her head is turned, and it looks like this person is whispering in their ear. So that's why I was saying that you could be maybe hearing small voices, and maybe you think you're going crazy. No, you're not going crazy. Especially when you are alone, you could hear small voices, or maybe when you're outside, whether you're in your home or out your home, you may think you hear someone saying something. No, you're not going crazy. Your spirit guides, your ancestors are trying to, confirmation, you hear the church bell there, confirmation, are trying to communicate with you, okay? And so there's nothing to fear. Don't feed the fears. Just like at the zoo, we don't feed the animals. But this is just communication, them letting you know that they support you and that they love you. Your ancestors, as well as this passed on spouse, whether it was your husband, wife, like I said, baby mother, baby father, maybe someone you dated, maybe it didn't get a chance to go as far as you wanted it to go. And maybe you found out that this person you were dating or you were getting to know had transition, okay? And so this card here, it says, I surge on the uprising of love. The word surge, on the uprising of love. And so Spirit is saying the more that you embrace gratitude and getting to know the love of thyself, as well as things that are outside around you. This is not saying for you to pretend or put on a front throw a fake smile and kiki, in a falsehood energy. No, this is saying for you to focus on the love, focus on the positive attributes that you have been given. They are gifts, and Spirit wants you to recognize for in order for you to have better days, no matter what's going on. We all have ups and downs and peaks and valleys, but Spirit is saying for you to focus on the love, and that is what will push you through. Okay. Maybe you are someone who is from a background or a family. Maybe you've had a lot of experiences that are just not pleasant. Maybe you've had some experiences in your childhood, your upbringing, or your young adult life into your current adult life. It just has been displeasurable for you. Okay, maybe you have been mistreated or disregarded in any kind of way. But Spirit wants you to surrender, the pain of the imprint that any of these experiences have left onto you, and for you to embrace a new energy, to clear out the old. Forgive yourself, forgive those who have left this negative imprint on you. And when I speak of forgiveness, I'm always told to explain to you, in order to forgive someone collective, you do not have to be in their presence. You do not need to go over their house. You do not have to call them up. You can honestly, wholeheartedly forgive someone between you and Source, you and Spirit, you and the divine. You can forgive them and surrender the pain that has been imprinted onto your soul. 10 toes down. You can truly do this and release that. Okay. Even if you want to add maybe a burning bowl ritual with it, but you can forgive a person without asserting yourself in their presence. Okay. Now that's for people who are maybe watching and saying, forgive them. I don't want to see that person. We all are from different experiences. You may be saying, I don't want to go around them. You don't have to contact someone to forgive them. You can never be in a person's presence again or communicate with them and still forgive them wholeheartedly. You're going to surrender. You're going to communicate with Source, whatever your belief system is. Okay. All are welcome on this channel. Okay. Whatever your belief system is, you're going to surrender that and start to forgive them and forgive yourself. And that way, that will release any stagnation or blockages that are going on within you, within your chakras, within your aura. Okay. All right. You don't want to be constantly working hard like the Eight of Pentacles and looking up and wondering why things haven't changed and why 5 years and 10 years has moved on and nothing has changed for you. You want to really do the work. And the work that I'm speaking of, it is personal, it is private, it is a solo project. This is nothing that has to be announced. You can do it in the privacy of your home. You can do it, in your bathroom. You can do it in your car while you're driving. But this is a personal, a private, it's a solo project. And it's something that can be done. Healing is possible for all, okay? And so it's time to focus on the love and know that you are loved. You're having dreams about these people because they're just trying to communicate. We hear you, we see you, we support you. And even though we're not here, we love you. The love is still here, the lover and the beloved, okay? You have a very big, great heart, and you are a wonderful person. And even I'm picking up on someone's had a relationship with someone that wasn't so pleasant. Maybe your bad days did outweigh the good days, but no one is perfect. And Spirit is saying it's okay to forgive that person. Forgive them all. Let it flow. Let it go. Let it be, so that you can move on gracefully. Okay. I don't be meaning to rhyme, but it just happened all the time. Okay. It's just who I am. Okay. It's just who I am. But you are loved. They want you to really know this. There's someone who's had a relationship. This could have been a husband or a wife, or this could have been, baby father, whatever, your spouse. And maybe there were a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements. Maybe you felt you weren't being respected. Maybe this person cheated on you, had a lot of affairs. They're saying that they're sorry. They apologize. And someone is also saying, I didn't know. Tell them I didn't know. I know now. Now that I've transitioned, now I'm learning the lesson. I'm learning the lesson where I am, and I didn't know. Tell them that I am sorry. And so it's okay to forgive them, and it's okay for you to release the pain that may have been, imprinted on you or left on your soul. Or maybe these are conversations that you have whenever you talk about your ex, or you talk about this deceased loved one here. Maybe this is a memory that pops up. So they are asking for your forgiveness, and they are saying that they are sorry that they did not know. Okay. The first card that we have here is the Scout of Wands, okay? And Wands, it represents willpower, having life force. And so clearly the ancestors are communicating for you to move forward gracefully and vibrantly. They want you to enjoy your life. And they're speaking of love and conveying love to you because they want you to release any, negative imprint that they may have left on you or they may have imposed on you. And this could be anyone, not just a lover or a spouse, any family member that has passed on. Maybe when you think of them, maybe there's negative things coming up, okay? This doesn't mean you have to maybe, like I said, go and call up someone or DM them or go to their home to have a conversation about something that happened 10, 20 years ago. You can do this on your own. You can have this releasing and healing process on your own, okay? Because some people have a idea that, we have to conform and everything is cookie cutter, because we're taught that, that's the projection that we all receive in our upbringing, that things should be done in one way. No, there's always more than one way to meet your goal. And so spirit and your ancestors don't want you to be stagnant, thinking that there's only one way. You can do the healing and the forgiving and move on without even being in the presence of these people or anyone related or associated. Because now I'm picking up on someone who could have some relatives of this deceased person here, and maybe you're saying maybe I should go and talk to them, but also I'm hearing you never got along with the family either. And so spirit wants you to stay clear of any toxic energy. You may be in a great mood, in a positive mood, but keep in mind, collective, just because you woke up smiling this morning, just because you woke up feeling grateful, there is someone else who isn't feeling thankful. Just like you feel like you have a lot to live for, there are some people who feel they have nothing to live for. Now, this is a them problem, not a you problem. This is something that we have to work on individually, which is what I'm speaking of. But people do this on their own timing, in their own way, and we have to respect that. So Spirit is saying, do not try to go back into any karmic doors. You do not need to meet up with any relatives of this deceased party, especially if they have showed you who they are in the past and it was not pleasant or positive. You can forgive them also from a distance. You do not need to communicate or reach out. There are some doors, not all doors, but there are some doors that should remain closed, locked, and sometimes double and triple bolted. That's for somebody because someone is wavering on whether they should contact or reach out someone. Okay, reach out to someone. Okay, and the next card we have here is the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is the uncertainty, and so you don't need to be in an illusion or feeling indecisive or uncertain whether you should pull up to someone's house, as I was just speaking of. This is conflict energy here, okay? It's time for you to move on. As you see, she's on this carriage and she's moving on and she's taking the swords with her. That's you doing the forgiveness, male or female, gender is fluid in tarot. But this represents you doing the forgiveness, doing the healing work, and surrendering all that you feel was lost, because nothing is lost. It can all be returned to you in another whole cycle of your life at any time. So remain optimistic about your present as well as your future. But Spirit is saying, do not open any of these karmic doors. If a person has showed you who they were in the past, respect that. Keep the distance. Forgive them from where you are, and move on with your life, because you're in a good energy. Your heart is in the right space. You have good intentions, but they may not. Okay, and that's how you protect your energy. That's one major way, collective, how you protect your energy. The next card we have is number 21, the World card, okay, equaling a 3, expression. So it's time for you to express yourself, by allowing your actions to be heard. Not your verbiage so much. We know that sound is heard, but let your actions be heard as I hold the World card. Let them miss you. They cannot respect you when you were present. Let them, miss you in your absence, and leave it that way. Sometimes people only understand you when you're absent. Sometimes people will only grow to respect you when you're absent. But when you keep showing up, to the same old person, to the same old group of people with the same old energy who is not interested in changing. They're not interested in elevating. They're not interested in progressing. As a matter of fact, any ideas of you talking about progressing will disturb them. Any actions of yours that is talking about, elevating your life, it will disturb them. And that's where the friction come in. That's when confrontation starts, because that is an example of what I'm saying of asserting yourself where you don't belong. We have to stop overextending ourselves to areas we don't belong. People, places, and things. If someone is disrespectful, if someone is rude, guess what? That's just source letting you know what? Got them. This one don't belong around you. So what you do, you take yourself out of the equation. You take yourself out of the equation. Each time you see, oh, there go another one, take yourself out of the equation. The more you recognize them, you just take them out of the equation. They did not respect you when you were present. Let them miss you in your absence and leave it there. You are not put here or indebted to anyone, whether it's your family, whether it's your mother, your father, anyone whom have disrespected you or disregard you, anyone who has tried to slander your name or your character. An apology is nothing. An apology, this is for somebody, is nothing. Don't be fooled. That's not for everybody, but that's for somebody. An apology is nothing. Don't be fooled, especially if you've been away from a group of people or a person for a long period of time and you show up, but when you show up, your life is different. You're talking different. You're happy, but guess what? They're not happy for you. They're doing the same thing and you're doing something different. So now guess what you're doing? Oh, you trying to be better than me. You think you all that? You ain't better than me. I'm going to prove to people that you ain't all that. And that's when they go trying to slander your character, start mess with you, just keep a bunch of ruckus going. That's where the friction come in at. So we don't want to assert ourselves. We want to focus on the love. I surge on the uprising wave of love, things of high vibration, not low vibration. And your ancestors and are here, as well as this passed on spouse here, is saying that they love you and they support you. And they are doing work in spaces and places that you have not been privy to at this time. They're doing work for you on that side, but they want you to do your work on this side. It's a teamwork effort. Nothing is just falling in our lap. We have to consistently show up and do the work, no matter what it looks like. On good days, on bad days, whether you get a subscriber today or they unsubscribe tomorrow because you said something that rubbed them the wrong way, whether you choose to show your face and you remind them of somebody and then they get mad and put a negative comment in the comment section, whether they send a donation or they don't send a donation. I just had to do that. That was an example. But let me clear my throat sometimes. It's all love. The next card we have here is the Two of Pentacles. Let no one interrupt your peace. Let no one interrupt your peace. And as I just conveyed to you, there will be good days, bad days, happy days, and sad days. But there is a way for you to land on your feet consistently, as long as you're willing to keep showing up for you. And the way you keep showing up for you, collective, is you don't throw in the towel. You can take a break. You can, say, I'm going to take a day off. I'm going to give it a break today, as a matter of fact, I'm going to give it a couple of days. You know what? I'm going to take a week off. You know what? I'm going to be MIA. Yes, I received the invite, but I'm not going. I'm going to maintain my peace. I'm not going because I know what's at that party isn't for me. I know there's going to be somewhere. I know this, not because you're being negative. They've already showed you who they are. So this pose, this stance that this person is in, there's no reason to let anyone interrupt this. She's standing straight and she is balanced. And from the facial expression, I see nothing but peace, male or female. Protect your peace. Nobody wants it more than you. No one is going to be more dedicated to your happiness and your success than you. Not your best friend, not your children, not your spouse, not your coworker, not your neighbor, not your teacher, not your lover, not your side piece. Nobody wants it more than you. So no matter what it looks like, doesn't matter what you're working on, whether this is a relationship, your career, Building a business, a franchise, going to school, whatever it is. You can be building a clubhouse. You can't give up, no matter what it looks like. You have to keep showing up for you. And the way you keep showing up for you when it comes to coming into your higher self and going on a spiritual path, first, you need to understand that you have to make this your own. Because I'm picking up on someone who is, like I just said, you're just now coming into the knowing of your intuitive gifts. You're just now coming into the knowing of that you are an empath. And that's how you're able to pick up on different energies. And you wonder why you leave the house feeling good, but you go to the shopping mall or you go somewhere and you come out feeling, you can't put your finger on it, but it's something weird going on. But you push on through your day, but you could be someone at the beginning and it's okay. It's not a race here. Spirit is saying, make it your own. Your life, your experiences, and your path does not have to look like anyone else's. Forget what you were told. If there's something you don't want to do, Spirit is saying, don't do that. Do what makes you feel good. Be brave, be bold, be you. I usually have my sign here. It's in front of me. Be brave, be bold, and be you. Fortune favors the bold every time and never misses. Be original, be authentic. There's nothing to chase, there's nothing to race for. I've said it and I've done a video on it. I've done several videos on it. The whole world, we're going to under a massive, we are receiving clarity at a massive level in many areas. Agreed, collective? All of us, me, you, everybody, worldwide, over the whole globe. We're receiving a massive dose of truth in many areas of our lives, inside and outside of who we are. So there's nothing to compete for. Who cares who got a real or fake bag? We know what they all are now. I'm gonna be nice. We know what they all are now, right? So we don't have to judge each other by what you're carrying or what you're wearing. That's over with. So now what? Spirit is saying, what's up? Look, Spirit is saying, what's up? I'm giving you your massive dose of truth. What's up? You made it through the demic. So what's up? Well, what else do I need to show you? What else do you need to experience to let you know that you're the one that holds the power? You are the MVP. There is a higher power. There is a higher source, but you also are included in creating your own world. You are included. You are the pilot. You are the captain. You are the driver. You know you got input on this, right? You know you put in on this, right? Hey, Smokey, you know you put in on this. So Spirit is saying, I'm passing it to you. You know you put in on this. You know you got input on your life, right? You know you have a say so. It's up to you who you allow into your world. You are in full control. You are not indebted to anyone who wants to disrespect or disregard you, and you don't have to be confrontational. It's time to learn how to fight in a different way. You ain't always got to be physical and confrontational with people. You don't always have to scream and curse people out. You can really kill a person with kindness. And silence can be the loudest thing in the room. You don't believe me? Ask someone who knows. Silence can be the loudest thing in the room. Look at the horn. The loudest thing in the room. And I just picked this up from the deck. See the horn? Look at Spirit. Perseverance, no matter what's happening, standing your ground, keep showing up for you. That's the trick. That's the magic. That's the sauce boss. That's that special ingredient. Everybody wants a special ingredient. The magic, the trick, the special ingredient of life here in the Matrix on planet Earth is to keep showing up no matter what it looks like. Stand in your authenticity. Be yourself. Don't compare yourself. Who cares what somebody else is doing? If they're talking about you, let them talk. Who cares what they're thinking about you? All that is out of your control and a waste of your currency. On this channel, currency equals time, not just money. And it's a waste of your currency to be concerned what somebody is thinking or saying about you. That's out of your control. The thought that you are on their minds and their hearts, darling, let it be. They're confirming to you how powerful and special you are. They're willing to give you some of their currency, some of their mental space and faculties. They're willing to dwell on you and hold conversations about you because you matter. You are important. You're the one that chose to get away. You chose not to stay. You love your family, but you're choosing from a distance because they're too toxic for you. And the ancestors are proud of you for this because they're saying, bravo, finally, someone that gets it. This is one of the generational curses that are going to be broken. This is someone in our bloodline that is moving away from toxicity. We can put a check mark on this one. You can't do them all. You're not here to break all the generational curses, but you are here to fulfill a portion if you can. A portion if you can. One or two things. Do what you can. There's no pressure. When we talk about breaking generational curses and lineage, there's no pressure. There's no pressure in spirituality. Don't think so deep. Get out of your head. It's not as deep as you think it is. It could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle. Yes, I sing all that. Crack jokes. I do all that. Yes, because I'm going to laugh through this, and I hope you're laughing through life too. Don't allow these things in the matrix to keep you down in the dumps. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if you're eating the peanut butter and crackers today. Be grateful for your peanut butter and crackers and be in great spirits about it. And I'm serious. Be in great spirits. You got one pack of noodles, you got to split them. Split them. Be in great spirits and see what happened behind that. See what kind of blessing is magnetized towards you for being grateful and thankful. Don't allow these man-made circumstances that are pre-orchestrated to get you down in the dumps. And that's one of the messages that the ancestors are trying to convey to us on a constant, consistent basis. Nobody is perfect, but darling, please don't do what I did. Please don't do what I did. I lived my life, but there's some things I could have changed. There's some things I missed out on. I know you're doing the best you can, but please, with the Ace of Wands, please live your life. Live it to the fullest. Be grateful, be thankful, do what you can, but constantly remove yourself from what does not serve you. You don't have to be in confrontation. You do not have to pull up and, oh, I'm about to pull up. Send me the Addy. No. Don't send me no Addy because I'm not pulling up. You're not worth my currency. Don't fall for the tricks. Then you find yourself in court paying restitution on papers. Don't connect with the haters. Be careful. Don't let people set you up. Don't allow people to set you up. They see that you are walking away. You're moving away. You're pulling away. They feel this. And you probably say, I ain't talked to them people. They feel this. Look at this card. They feel you doing this. Each day, hour, minute, second, moment, month, year, you doing this. You getting farther and farther. You breaking away. They feel it. Keep being the example of what has not been seen when it comes to your lineage, when it comes to your path, when it comes to your mission. There are many who have chosen not to walk away, who have chosen to stay because they have a box mindset that they're indebted to these people. No, you're not. I have not read or heard or seen, thou should be dumb and stupid and lay down and constantly sacrifice yourself. I have not seen it or heard it. And you haven't either. Stop playing. You can hold your chin and think you still ain't heard that or seen it. Thou should be stupid and dumb and keep sacrificing themselves. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen it. It's not written nowhere. So when a person chooses to stay in situations that don't serve them, they choose to stay in these situations that they claim to be uncomfortable, it's really a choice. Because if you're willing to constantly sacrifice yourself, knowing that this person, place, or thing, or this situation does not have your highest regard at heart, only you can look out for you. I try to instill that into my child each and every day. I don't try, I do. Nobody has your best interest at heart. Nobody wants you to win but you. Know that you are loved. And know that you can only rise on the uprising wave of love. All that toxicity, that chaotic-ish, hanging around people who want to plan, plot, and strategize against others, people projecting hate, gossiping, having nefarious intentions, male, female, family, or not, being around, dealing, talking to them people, being entangled with that mess will get you exactly what you're putting out, even hanging around it. Be careful. Be careful. That's why the ancestors are here. That's why this card came out, and this was right behind it. The spirit said, go with them right there. I need you to go with, and I was going to keep going. They said, no, I want you to go. Okay. Because when I'm told to do something, I do it. I do it. Yes. Yes, I listen to intuition. Yes, I listen to spirit. And I know the difference of what's mine and what's not. Okay? The next card we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. Many are seeking this, but how do we get here? If we want the wheel to turn in our favor, there are times the wheel is turning in your favor and a person is unable to recognize it because they are not doing the work. Oh, they're going to answer in a statement. How will we get here? How will we turn the wheel so that we can receive our fortune? We shift our perception. How do we shift our perception? By doing the work and being consistent with the work, no matter what it looks like. Good days, bad days. If you need a break, take a break, but come back. Don't forget to come back. That thing you want to give up on, don't give up. So what? You got 30 subscribers. Keep going. Keep going. More is coming. Keep going. Yes, I said that. Don't be shocked. Let's talk for real. Real life situations, real things that be going on. Things that people want to say, but they're afraid to say it. Everyone has a purpose. Some of us are put here to ruffle feathers. In a good way. Some of us are put here to be a voice. The Ace of Pentacles. Many want this. They want the wheel to change so they can receive their fortune. And you see the Ace of Pentacles right behind it came out. Many want this. They talk about it. They dream about it. Okay? Excuse me. But what does it take to get there? And will you be consistent? Are you willing to do it? Will you be consistent? Will you be consistent? I lay my cards the way I want to. Okay? I lay them the way I want to. That's for somebody need to know that. Okay? All you need to do is receive the message for your highest good, darling. And I thank you for partaking. It's all love. You gotta be yourself. You gotta make it your own. Sometimes we get lost and we get stuck because we feel we're doing something wrong because it doesn't look like someone else's. I felt that way before in many situations in my life. Not just with this, with a lot of things, especially younger. You look to the left and look to the right, and you be like, wait a minute, my sandbox isn't like Sarah's sandbox. I'm doing it wrong. Let me knock it over. And all the time, my sandbox was just fine. It was me who was looking from the left to the right. It was fine the whole time. But you don't know. You have to grow and learn these things. A great teacher is always willing to be a student. And a great student, a person that's willing to be a student, will recognize a teacher and be willing to learn and listen because we learn from each other. We are all teachers to each other. Just through mere observation, we don't have to know each other personally. But people get stuck by thinking that what they're doing is wrong. If they're working on something, if it don't look like what Sally Sue's look like, it's wrong. No, Spirit is saying make it your own. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want a nail school. Somebody do nails. Hey, nail tech. Okay, maybe you want to build a clientele. You can build it the way you want to build it. It does not have to look like somebody else's. Whether you do hair, whether you're a barber, whether you're a tattoo artist, whether you do landscaping, home improvement, you're a chef, you a cook, you a lawyer. Hey, attorney. Maybe you want to build your practice in a different way. Maybe you have a new way of advertising. Maybe you've thought of a strategic way to reach the masses or reach the people, to get yourself out there and get the notoriety. That's okay. Do it your way. Don't get stuck. Spirit is saying don't get stuck. We're either spiraling up or spiraling down. And look at the spiral here. Look at the spiral here. Don't get stuck. I surge on the uprising wave of love. You don't need to get stuck here. The uprising of the wave of love. You need to come out of here and reach this top and keep on going. And there's another spiral. Okay? Constantly rising up and rising above. Elevating yourself. Your mind, your perception. How you engage with people. How you perceive people in life. How you perceive yourself. How you feel about yourself. Working on your confidence and your self-esteem is so important. It's so important because there will be many people who will try to make you think the reciprocal of yourself. As if you're nothing, you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're not cool enough. And all the time, you're the coolest mother thing around. As a matter of fact, you stand out and everybody loves you, even those who don't say it. They love you because you are different. Even though they haven't shared this with you, they see you. They see you. They're pretending like they don't see you. It's fake. It's a facade. So keep grinding, keep going. And know your idea isn't stupid. And if you draw and do art, maybe you say, well, I can draw. Draw them pictures and go online and do it. And know that's not stupid. Okay? There's an audience for every skill and every talent in this world. There's a tribe that's ready to vibe with you. You have to be seen and put yourself out there. You are loved. You are loved. There's someone who's feeling like they want to do the healing work. They want to forgive. They want to release. It's a lot of things you want to do. I'm picking up on different energies. Put this reading where it resonates, but take my readings, any of them, and use them for your highest good. Because there are no other intentions on my channel but for you to create a spark within yourself and go your own way in your own timing. Not the way I want you to go, the way you want to go in your own timing. Just to create a spark in you that you may find the light. And I say that because I stand on that. There are no other intentions, regardless of what you may be thinking. Ooh. And yes, I do have a cauldron. But this ain't that. This is not that. It's like seeing a depiction of a full moon in a movie and they put some music over and you like, ooh, that's the devil. No, it's time to release. I mean, it's a great Joan Rivers. Can we talk? Can we talk? Death to the old ways of being, thinking, and doing. Scorpio energy. Any placement, sun, moon, or rising. Got that Scorpio energy out here. It's time to let it all fold, let it fall, let it burn, let it crumble. And let the new arise in your life. Let the new energy come in. You got the World card. This is perfect. You got the World card. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You got the Death. If these three cards don't speak change, collective, you got the Death card. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Things change in your favor. Then you got the World card. That means you're closing out an old cycle. So clearly you see the message here. For you to allow the old things to fall to the side. for you to work on forgiveness. Remember that it's a solo thing that's between you and the divine. You can do that in your own way. Now, I offer some ideas, but you don't have to take my ideas. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. Your intuition may tell you to do something else because, see, everything don't work for everybody. What works for one person may not work for the next person. Everything don't work for everybody. And you may get a nudge from your ancestors. You know what? Don't do that. Add a little sugar. Don't add no sugar. Add a little sage. Okay, put a little onion in it. You know what? Get some of that lemon juice. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the whole idea of, making sure you're willing to do research, when it comes to things you want to learn about or something new. If you are working on spirituality or learning esoteric wisdom or knowledge, be willing to do the research, be willing to study, willing to do the grounding work as well as the cleansing work. If you do nothing else, make sure you are consistently grounding yourself. And there's many ways to do that. Research it and make sure you're cleansing yourself. There's many ways to do it. Research it. Grounding and cleansing, and be willing to do the research. It's okay to watch videos and have conversations with people who are influential to you. Okay? It's okay to do that. But be willing to do the work. Nothing is going to just fall into your lap. It's like saying, I want a 3-layer caramel cake. Oh, I want a 3-layer German chocolate cake. Or I want a cheesecake. I'm naming all these sweets. In order for that to happen, work has to be done, has to be applied. It's not just going to fall into your lap. I know caramel cake is real good. Yes, it is. And German chocolate. But off the food. But I'm just saying, you have to put the work in and just be consistent. And it's okay to take a break. And they're also saying, please do not feel you have to do everything at once. Be easy with yourself. Make sure you are grounding and cleansing. And you ain't got to do that every day and be all anxious and have anxiety and, I need some sage and policy. No. Find something that works for you and do it consistently. Whether it's once a week, once a month, whatever. Grounding and cleansing. Do what works for you and find something that works for you. But be consistent. And let the momentum build. Let the momentum accumulate. And you'll be very shocked and surprised, of how your life will change. Things right before you placed in your path to assist you for your highest good. I don't have my other cards out here. I should have got my other cards. Because the goal is for you to continuously be in that energy of temperance. If something negative is thrown your way, you recognize it's not yours, you transmute it. Then you may do some grounding, or you transmute it and do some cleansing. One or the other or all. Whatever works for you. Not just because I named all those things. What works for you? Because I can be giving you a recipe, but you may not need all the ingredients that I'm talking about. Everyone's karmic debt. And when I say karmic, I think debt. Let me take debt off of it, because I think people take a negative connotation of karmic lessons, and it's not what y'all think it is. It's not all bad. Not always. Not always. It's not that deep. And I'm picking up that people are being afraid and spooked out and not wanting to engage. It's just like seeing a full moon in a movie and they play some music and you, ooh. Or you see somebody wearing red, all red, and oh, that's the devil. But you have to do the work and learn about energy, learn about yourself. We are receiving, once again, a large dose on what's real and what's fake. There is nothing else to compete about. I don't know what they're going to rap about. Yeah, I said, I don't know what they're going to rap about now, because they rap about things a lot. I don't know what they're going to rap about. Maybe something different. Maybe this will change music, huh? But either way, I love all music, but I just had to say that because that's who I am. And I stand on who I am. These are the things that you are concerned about. And once again, you see a dark picture. Ooh, and it's a tower. That does not have to be what you think it is. It doesn't mean anything is about to cave in or fall over. This could just actually simply mean an unexpected event or arrival. This could be someone finding out that they're pregnant, and they thought maybe, they were done with the years of bearing children. This could be something like, when I say find out they're pregnant, finding out, there's 9 months, but maybe they're finding out they're 6 or 7 months pregnant. So that means you got so much time to look, go get them diapers, go get them onesies, get them pajamas. And get prepared. That could be a tower moment, but that's not negative. That's positive, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful to give new life. That's beautiful when a baby is born. The birth of a child being born is proof and energy that life is moving on, that life is continuing. It's beautiful. That's not a negative, bad thing. And that's when I don't like when I hear people, I don't like it. And yeah, I don't like it when people say they don't like children, because how can you say that? And we all were once a child. If you are an adult, we all were once a child. Agreed? Agreed. And if you all were once a child before we became an adult, someone wiped our butts, wiped our nose, protected us, loved us, cared about us, gave birth to us. So when I hear people say they don't like children, it doesn't make me angry. It confuses me, because I'll be saying, this person must be forgetting that they were once a child. So if you're saying you don't like children, what, you don't like yourself? That's off the read. But I just had to share that. When I hear people say that, that's weird. We were all once a child, and someone tolerated us, dealt with us, wiped our snotty nose, rocked us to sleep, and took us to the emergency room. We didn't feel well, supported us. We were all once a child, and someone tolerated us and showed us love and respect and admiration. So it's weird, but I don't have nobody around me that don't like children. You tell me you don't like children, I'm gonna stay away from you. I think something wrong with you. I think so, because it don't make sense. We were all once a child. And that's something you can't even battle me on. All you can say is, yeah, that's true. We were all once a child. So this concludes the read. Spirit is truly, your ancestors are saying you are loved, you are protected, you are supported. And this passed on, not just your ancestors, but this passed on spouse, whether it's a husband, wife, baby daddy, girlfriend, boyfriend, they're letting you know that though the relationship was not perfect, they love you, they respect you, and they want your forgiveness. They are still trying to do work wherever they are, whatever rim they are on, whatever dimension they are in, wherever they have transitioned to, they're doing work to learn of their mistakes and to work on your behalf. And they're coming up in your dream state. You may even hear their names, whether it's on TV, your dream state, awakened state, in a commercial, on the television, maybe through your social media. You may even see their name on a street sign, different signs and synchronicities, things that they may have liked. Maybe their favorite drink, maybe they smoke, their favorite cigar or cigarette for somebody. Okay, maybe a favorite cologne or hangout spot. Those things are coming up because that's them communicating, and they're just saying hi. We hear you, we see you, we love you, we support you. This is a deceased spouse and also family, loved ones who have passed on. Once again, there's many people in the background here. Okay. So this is the message, and I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. May you find a spark within you and pivot in your own direction. Ashe.